All right, what's up, brothers? Hopefully everything's going good and hopefully everything's going well for you guys. All right, man. This video is going viral right now, and about the woman want to sue the man over a date, and I'm gonna give you my perspective of it, brothers. And the point I'm gonna try to drive home is this right here, brothers, is that the reason the so-called black community is going to get worse, one of the main reasons, from a logical standpoint, is this, brothers. We either tolerate or enable bad behavior. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of our people in the so-called black community, they either tolerate or enable bad behavior. You understand what I'm saying? And this is one of the main reasons, amongst a list of other things, why we're going to get worse. We in a society now, brothers, where, discipline is frowned upon. And our people is out of order. More specifically, a lot of our women, even more so, a lot of our women is out of order. It's time for butt ass whoopings, as they would say. It's time for butt kicking, uppercuts, headbutts, body slams, DDTs. You understand what I'm saying? It's time for action. But that's not going to happen. So we're on, discipline is frowned upon. And so now, with that being said, these is the main reason. This is the main reason why we're going to get worse from just from a logical standpoint. A lot of things that we do as people that is bad behavior. We have a lot of people that's tolerating it or enabling it. Don't get me wrong, brothers. We got some people, who stand up to it or who ain't going to deal with it, so on and so forth. But the best thing to do, brothers, is just to distance yourself away from people who have toxic behavior. That's the best way in this society. Because they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to, and then a lot of times if you do something, brothers, you step up and you check somebody, you discipline somebody, you're gonna go to jail. All right, you're gonna go to jail. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, a lot of people like, oh, you can talk to somebody and cut them up with your tongue and yada yada yada. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you can do that and get the better of people sometimes, but we need discipline. But anyway, without further ado, let's check out this video, man. And you're gonna see this woman act a fool, and let's just check this out. All right, let's go.
I'm looking here. What is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Yes.
Is that the claim?
Yes, okay. It is.
That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said that's not something that's justiciable in district court. That has to be brought in circuit court.
So you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court?
That's an equitable action, yes. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had one date, and nothing else after that, and now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't really see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
The problem is this.
It is a waste of his time, brothers. It is a waste of his time. But let's go on.
If you think it should be dismissed, you need to file the appropriate motion. You can file a motion to ask for that.
In that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
count. You can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
if he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No. It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So
exactly, and I got documents that prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false statement made under oath. Under oath.
That stated a
when
lie.
did he testify to something that he lied about? It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done?
This guy, man, in my personal opinion, I could be wrong. This judge, he seems like a stickler for rules, like a guy who got to go by the rules. Like he got to go, like if the procedures A, B, C, and D, he has to do that. You understand what I'm saying? You know, he seems like one of those guys, like a stickler for rules. Like if you guys ever seen Game of Thrones, this guy would be. If you ever watched that TV show Game of Thrones, the judge would be who you would call Eddard Stark. You know what I'm saying? Lord Eddard Stark. You know, he's a stickler for rules. You know, he don't really have no. You know, he's a stickler for rules, and he end up getting his head cut off. You understand what I'm saying? And this is basically what's happening to this guy in a roundabout way. This judge has the power to dismiss this case, man. He should throw it out. I mean, at the least, he should throw it out to say, you know what, hey, you know, you're not going to talk to me like that. Hey, throw it out, you figure it out. If it come back on my desk again, I'm a dismiss it again. This woman talking to him like, you know, he's an idiot, I guess. And he's sitting there going back and forth with this woman. But let's go on.
Here.
Perjury is
what perjury means. I know exactly what perjury means. I know what perjury means. Are we done here? Is it a criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
But you're the plaintiff. Wait a minute. You are the plaintiff.
Are we done here?
You have to lay out your allegations properly.
Are we done here?
No,
I
we're
know
not.
exactly what perjury means.
No, we're not.
Do not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
You have to lay your complaint out. You have to allege this in the complaint. You have not.
Please do not insult my intelligence.
It's not about that. You don't think. I don't think you understand what perjury is. It's a false statement.
This guy don't get it, man. He's such a stickler for rules. You know, either he don't get it. He don't realize this woman, or maybe he does, but he just doesn't care because he's such a stickler for rules. This is just what I get from this guy. I could be wrong. This judge here. But this woman is disrespecting him. Are we done here? Are we done here? And, you know, I'm sorry, brothers, but in this case, this judge looks weak. This so-called black man's look weak. Now, the point I'm trying to bring home is that look how this woman is acting. Look how this woman is acting, and look what is going on. As opposed to giving her a dose of a medicine and saying, you know what? You ain't going to talk to me like that. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm going to dismiss your case. You figure it out. If it come back to my circuit, if it come back to this court again, I'm going to dismiss it again. You got it in the wrong court. You got it in the wrong circuit court. You figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? You think Judge Mathis would have stood there and took that from this woman? You understand what I'm saying, bro? And I'm not an expert in law. But, you know, he could have done that as opposed to what he did. what he's finna do. You guys gonna see. Let's check it out. Let's go on.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
I
Please
said
do
no.
not insult my intelligence.
I said no.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means. Do not. If it's a criminal offense, then it's a criminal offense.
Well, ma'am, it should not have been filed in district court if you want intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, so that's a criminal offense.
Are you going to dismiss it and refile it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will file another case in circuit. But as far as I'm concerned,
you can't have two cases on the ma'am. You can't have two cases going on the same issue.
Well, I'm not dismissing the case. If you want to dismiss it, that's up to you. But I, as a plaintiff, am not dismissing the case.
He has to make a proper motion.
Well, that's on him.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
One lady don't know what she's talking about. She's an idiot. But they tend to tolerate this type of bad behavior, especially in the so-called black community, brothers. You know, of course, you're going to always get these people. I'm not knocking them. Oh, you got to have it. I don't care about the other races, brothers. I'm not a racist, but I don't care about them. No offense, because I live amongst my people. My people, when it comes to those other races, my people are first. We have to get ourselves together. You understand what I'm saying? We have to get ourselves together. But anyway, this guy is going to transfer the case as opposed to dismissing it. This guy's a stickler for rules, man. This judge has the power to dismiss this case. He's just a stickler for rules. And he's telling this guy, you should have filed a proper motion for it to be dismissed. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This guy, and then this guy, in my opinion, like I said, maybe, I don't know, brothers. Maybe he didn't eat his Wheaties that morning. I don't know, man. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with this brother. But come on, man. Everybody's not hip to the law. It's just not, man. And not to mention, brothers, it's so, it's so much. As they say, this world is Babylon. As they say, this society is Babylon. It's full of chaos and it's full of confusion. But come on, man. Everybody's not going to know the proper motions and you guys follow the proper. This brother's tripping, man. He's tripping. But look, brothers, I'm going to come back with a part 2 to end this because I don't want to make this too long. So I'm going to come back with a part 2, brothers.